So to get it back to retail is going to be very expensive.
And will they do that?
Yeah, they're gonna have to if
Yeah.
it goes retail.
I don't blame them for not doing it yet, because just about that time, someone will come in and say, I want
I want an
offices.
office.
It's cooler in here.
Yes, it is. It's even cooler as you get back to the back.
A little bad there. Rusty. Yeah, we go that way.
Does that thing have a light on it?
This was the expansion of the real
I
estate.
think it does.
Okay,
You might need it in the back
So
rooms are
now
really
you
dark.
can see this is not typical retail.
right.
I mean, this look like. This is
I'm sure I have a
office,
light.
and it should really
Don't
be-
know where the light is.
But that's,
Oh, well.
unless somebody wants this office, it's horrible configuration, there's so much
Yeah.
wasted space.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. So, it was specific for.
Okay, well, we're not gonna deal with this. It's little offices. The whole thing's little offices. This is a little break room.
Space.
You try not to do this if you're gonna be in the retail side. This is the last thing you wanna do is come in here and turn this place into an office space. Because it's so specific, because when the people are coming in there looking, they go, I need a 10 by 12 office. And she needs an 11 by 12. And so, and you're trying to fit it in here, and it's just room, door after door after door. It's so expensive. So,
So they're just gonna break all the down.
they'll just tear it down. I'm imagining somebody's gonna come in here and either take both spaces, and this will all come out. If not, you know, they're stuck for an office for a while.
So if they want to have like the both spaces, are they gonna tear that whole wall down or just do a door like they did?
That's a firewall, so that wall cannot come down. You can cut into it and have fire-rated doors that in the event a fire comes, those doors automatically shut.
Okay.
But typically, you can, there's only so much on a shear wall, that's what the load-bearing shear wall, that's helping hold up the building. So
Oh, okay.
you gotta have a certain percentage of that wall stay.
Yeah.
How long have these been empty?
Couple of years, at least. This one.
Since
here.
I've been here, so about 3.
Yeah. And there's
Other-
been, there, heretofore, there's just been, I mean, most of your office space isn't in Fred Meyer's. I mean, office space is over there. It's because you're doing professional things. The real estate theory was, well, as long as I'm here, I got so much foot traffic. But really, are you going to Fred Meyer to get milk? Are you gonna turn in and say, hey, you know, so.
As long as we're here, let's buy a house.
Let's go buy a house, yeah.
So in the last 3 years, have they come down any on the rent?
Yes, they have, but it kind of goes in stages. They just did the Gray Harvest, and they did the green, or orange leaf, and those came down, and now those are full, so that these, you know, this is the only remaining space left in the Fred Meyer Center.
Okay, so basically, if you were to come in here, could you possibly deal and deal with them as far as the rental, or are they pretty set?
Well, I mean, to a point. I mean, if the market is $12 a square foot for this space, that's where you're gonna have your leeway. You're not gonna come into them and say, I'll take it for $6.
Right.
They're not gonna, they don't have to because their main profit center is right there.
Right, and it's not hurting them for these to sit.
This is a drop in the bucket.
This is nothing.
Right.
It's not worth their effort.
No. Now, if you own this shopping center like Centennial Square over here, a guy from Sun Valley owns it, that vacancy over there hurts. That hurts really. I mean, that thing is like 50% vacant now.
Yep.
And people are now starting to go in and go out and go in and go out and go in and go out, and so it's got a little bit of a stigma.
Great.
Okay, so for a space, because you have to pay for additional extras, it's $14 a square foot, plus you have to pay property taxes.
Plus your triple net.
Plus
then
your triple
triple
net,
net.
plus if they require you to carry your insurances, fire insurance. So how much are you looking for monthly for this?
Well,
space?
at 14 on an annual basis is really, you need to probably look at this space would cost you almost $18 of square foot per year. Maybe not $4 add-on, but it's gonna be real close.
The balance as well.
Yep.
So that's 52,074 a year for the year.
So what should you be planning for a month?
Month will come out to be approximately, we'll say 4,400 a month.
So $4,400 for
One?
one of these spaces.
That's before you pay your help and pay yourself
Right.
and turn on the lights.
And the air conditioning.
Right?
After you check with the landlord, if you can fit the windows.
Right. Now, before we come talk to you as prospective business owners, what should we have in terms of having our ducks in a row or documents prepared before we talk to you? What should we have ready?
Oh, good question.
Well, for me, you guys are in a business class, correct? And I'm not gonna help you with your business plan, because I don't know your business, okay? So, once you figure out what it is you're gonna do, and you've got, pretty secured, got yourself financially ready to pull the trigger, then you call me and we sit down and we talk about what it is you're gonna do, how long you're gonna do it, we'll talk about some pitfalls as far as locations, and then we go shopping. We start looking around for space. And typically, you live in the area, right? So you know all the shopping centers up and down. So at some point, you're gonna say, I like that building. And then we pick up the phone and we start working on it. Talking to the landlord, talking to the prior tenant, what problems he had, or why did the tenant leave? Because maybe there's something functionally wrong with the building. So then, we weed it out, and then once you get down to one or two spaces, I'm working with a client right now, and we were hard pressed to find 3 spaces, because they have very specific needs. And we had to go out and just almost rewrite the market for them, because it was so difficult. But it's out there somewhere.
And then once you have the spaces close to being determined, and you've worked with him on making sure that the agreements are how you want them to read and everyone is happy, then you'd go back to your banker or whoever, whether it's family members, the lottery, whatever your banker is, and you're going to discuss the spaces, and you're going to determine what works best within your budget, and then you're coming back and signing your life away.
That's right. And it takes a little bit of process. If you can, some people might like that configuration over there. If they do, great. The first thing I'd do is say, tell the landlord, get the carpet out of there. Let's paint this thing. Let's spruce it up. Let's make it look like a really nice space in there. If it doesn't exist, or you like this space but you want all these offices gone, they got to get a permit to tear it out, and then they got to get a permit to put it back. So it can take some time.
Any other questions? Then I vote that we head over to the new yogurt place, and I'll treat everyone to a baby yogurt. Can we treat you as well?
I think so.
Okay.